Audio is arguably the most important part of any film or video project. So in this video, we'll take a look at some basic ways of fine-tuning your audio levels for a more polished sound. Up until now, audio, whether it's part of a video clip or a separate music track, has appeared in the timeline as a flat bar, just like video. And while you have direct visual feedback of video events in the record monitor, you often want to see what your audio is doing as well. Click the disclosure triangle to the right of the timecode display to reveal the track control panel. Click the Waveform button on your audio tracks and Media Composer immediately draws a waveform over the audio bars. The vertical lines in an audio waveform show you how loud the audio is at a given point. This can be really helpful when you're trying to get a sense of the relative levels between clips. You can clearly see here that the Taiwan interview audio levels are much lower than the rest of the sequence.
50 miles a day for the duration, and I'm sure that anything can happen. I mean, there could be variations on the route. It's a mental thing, I think.
In fact, the most common audio task you'll be performing is adjusting the levels of your different audio tracks. You want dialogue to be easily heard, and you don't want the music to be too overpowering. You'll make these basic adjustments using the Audio Mixer tool. Choose Windows, Workspaces, Audio Editing. Arrange the windows to suit your preferences, and then save the current workspace back for future use. Remember, you can always choose the source record editing workspace to return to your regular layout. The Audio Mixer has a vertical mix pane corresponding to each audio track in your sequence. If you have more than 4 audio tracks in the sequence, toggle the Number of Mix Panes button to display the appropriate amount. Press the spacebar to play your timeline, and you'll see the audio meters updating to show you the current audio levels of the different tracks.
On the route, it's a mental thing, I think.
I don't want to push us in.
By default, the Audio Mixer will adjust the level of whatever segment is underneath the blue position indicator line. Make sure the position indicator is parked over the Taiwan segment. To adjust the level, just drag its track's level sliders up or down. Here, we'll set it to a gain of +9 decibels. You can also enable the group buttons on 2 or more tracks to have them move together. Now when you play back, you'll see the level slider snap back to its original position once the position indicator moves off the current segment and onto a new one.
Variations on the route, it's a mental thing, I think.
I don't want to.
So for each segment in the timeline, you can set a different level just by parking the position indicator over the segment and adjusting the level slider. Watch the average levels in the audio tool to get a visual sense of the relative levels between clips. Additionally, while we've been working with individual left and right channels here, Media Composer fully supports single tracks containing stereo pairs or even surround sound. Create stereo tracks by right-clicking the timeline and choosing New Audio Track, Stereo. You can then edit stereo audio clips directly into the track. In most cases, you'll find working with stereo clips a lot easier than keeping an eye on 2 individual tracks for each stereo element. One great way to add polish to the audio in your project is to fade between the audio in neighboring clips. We'll take a look at cross-fading audio in the next video, where we look at adding transitions to your sequence.